Welcome back in, loyal KEW fans. We'll, as always, just double check that the recording is in progress. We're having no issues here. There we go, it is indeed. And we'll get things kicked off here, ladies and gentlemen, with a fatal three-way, seeing James the Cat, King Daddy and the BFG taking each other on. Of course, seen two of the three here at each other's throats in recent weeks in the KEW, and King Daddy has beef with both of these gentlemen as well. Of course, King Daddy was subject to the assaults from the BFG as recompense for James the Cat, where he delivered the pile driver on top of the still stop sign, delivering the concussion to James the Cat that ruled James the Cat out for a few weeks in the KEW, which then saw the BFG take his spot in a fatal four-way for the Hardcore Championship, which led to the BFG becoming the Hardcore Champion. And since then, James the Cat has been irate at his tag team / former tag team, I guess now, partner, James the Cat. And it was because of that man there who instigated it all, really. He was, of course, the key in all of this. And James the Cat will look for a measure of revenge against King Daddy here, live tonight, ladies and gentlemen. James the Cat, of course, plenty of beef with that man in the ring, as we mentioned. The concussion delivered probably about a month ago now. James the Cat fully recovered from that, but lost out on the Hardcore Championship. You will feel he was not only beaten by a dirty move from that man on the outside of the ring now, but he also should have put him away and should have been the number one contender heading into that match, heading into the championship match against the Assassin. The Assassin, of course, who we saw last week lose out in that gauntlet match to the Man Crusher, who is our number one contender. Not getting the number one contender shot tonight. She is focusing on the tag division, which we have coming up after this one here. And her other half, her betrothed to be, will take on the Men of Science as they get their tag campaign underway. Are we hoping for better things in the tag division than they've had individually so far? But James the Cat looks ready and raring to go here. He'll know this is a good opportunity for him if he's able to get a measure of revenge, and that's really what he'll be focused on both the men here. He'll see this as a real revenge grudge match for him. You can see already that King Daddy on the outside is mouthing off to both this man, the Hardcore Champion, the BFG, 600 pounds of pure love muscle. Not fussed about what the women are saying now. He's got the bronze around his stomach, which just about fits, held on by a bit of string. You can hear a woman screaming there saying, "Oh yeah." And there you go, the women in the front row. They've packed the audience tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The best is here. That must have been from a woman in the audience as the BFG climbs his way into the ring, points his finger high, and you can see around the back of the belt, if you get to see back there, of course, that it's sturdy joined on. There you go, with a bit of sticky tape or something. It doesn't actually do up around him, such is the girth of the man. He'll know at some point soon he'll have to put that Hardcore title in the line, whether it's against that man in the corner there or his former tag team champion, who looks poised and ready. He looks fired up though, does the BFG. He knows he's been betrayed before in the past. This one a Falls Count Anywhere match then, as the King Daddy comes out to try and take his aggression out on the BFG. He'll have known that he can already beat James the Cat, having done it in the past, but that kind of arrogance won't stand well with James the Cat. He'll know that the BFG is the real prize to be taken down, as James the Cat delivers the King Daddy to the floor. Tried to then clothesline the BFG down, who took it in his stride, now gets hold of the back of James the Cat, rams him into the corner here. Big clothesline to the back of the head from King Daddy, sends the BFG down as he's whipped into the corner, and he now goes after James the Cat. A big punch to the face, maybe trying to recreate those concussion conditions. Goes for the pinfall, and James the Cat kicks out before there's even a 1 count. Big shot from BFG, switches his attention immediately to James the Cat, saying, "How dare you betray me? How dare you not see my championship as nothing but good for our tag team?" Big clothesline there from King Daddy, drives James drives the BFG down as he's trying to roll out of the ring, getting in the way of James the Cat, blocking him there, allowing King Daddy to recover in the corner as now King Daddy sends a big elbow into James the Cat's face and goes for a punch as the BFG is taking the opportunity to rest on the outside. He climbs back into the ring now, and a little kick from James the Cat to King Daddy, but the BFG soon breaks it up using the momentum shift here, lifts up James the Cat and has him on the shoulders, not to the outside, power bombs him over the top rope, and goodness gracious me, James the Cat won't take that one lightly, surely, ladies and gentlemen, gets up swiftly and shrugs it off pretty well, but that must have hurt. Power bomb to the outside, but actually he's got some sort of back support under that black tank top he likes to wear that says meow on the back, sliding into the ring now to break up the pinfall there. Just a 1 count. Oh, the referee was counting pretty quickly for the BFG. Maybe he's got a secret crush on the BFG. The BFG, of course, doesn't shirk away from any admirers. He welcomes all to his hotel room after the main show for a what he calls swinging party. Up to the top rope goes King Daddy now. BFG in prime position. Diving knee straight to the face. Might look to put it away here. Goes for the cover wash. James the Cat's busy getting a kendo stick. Gets a 2 count and a kick out there from the BFG. The kendo stick on the outside as James the Cat looks a little bewildered and lost. Climbs his way back into the ring now. Wrenching the neck is King Daddy here. And James the Cat waiting patiently for his opportunity. Axe handles King Daddy right to the face. And double knees right to the chest, driving King Daddy down. As now the BFG goes after King Daddy as well. Both men working in tandem, the former tag team, and say they'd all switch their attention to one another. And James the Cat's on the end of another low blow. And it's from the BFG. Hooks the leg, gets the break up from the King Daddy though. And James the Cat, you can see holding his kidneys there. That one went right the way round, slow back to his feet. And you can understand why after sustaining a dirty low blow from the BFG there. Now James the Cat gets the big booting, but King Daddy sees it coming. Furious shots from a King Daddy to get his way out of that one. I thought James the Cat might have been down and out for the count. Gets a punch to the face as the BFG's resting on the ropes in the foreground here. Into the ropes goes James the Cat, and up and down he comes by the BFG. On the BFG clears out the referee and the King Daddy. James the Cat rolls out of the ring. Big headbutt from the BFG, driving King Daddy down, and a big elbow across the chest, driving the wind out of King Daddy. You can see him clutching the lungs there, trying to gasp for air potentially. Big headbutt as well, gives the V to the crowd for victory. He senses it coming in the wind. Not only is the curry that he had last night potentially coming back in the wind as well. Now gets hold of the King Daddy here. It looked like he was trying to squeeze the life out of him, but King Daddy able to battle him off momentarily. James the Cat, I think went for the stunner, but missed it completely there. Now clotheslines down King Daddy and drives him down to the mat here. Now switches his attention to the BFG. Perhaps a foolish move in hindsight. Big clothesline there, drives the James the Cat down, and a big Walrus headbutt. And now the BFG the King Daddy taking advantage with a big boot here. He won't mind who it is he gets to pin if he gets the victory in this one. He'll know that he'll allow the distraction between the two tag team partners to prove the potential difference maker here as he goes for the chair shot for the BFG. The BFG rips the chair out of his hands, and a backstabber there from James the Cat as Mark has adopted that move as well, and he calls it the Benji backstabber. It looks like the King Daddy is bled open as well. No, he's going for a pile driver on the outside to the BFG. The BFG's down. The pile driver on the concrete. James the Cat breaks up the pinfall though before the King Daddy can get it off. I think that might have been enough to put the BFG away. Big clothesline sends King Daddy down on top of the steel chair. James the Cat goes to pinch it. 1, 2. Just a 2 count there. King Daddy kicks out of James the Cat's cover as he's sent back into the ring, and now the BFG switches his attention to King Daddy. He will not have enjoyed getting that pile driver on the outside, sent into the steel ring post there. Bouncing off it is King Daddy as James the Cat's on the shoulders of the BFG, the hardcore champion, taking things in his stride a bit more now, but he's not seeing King Daddy coming. I think he thought he was going to go for something under the ring rather than coming back into the action. Gets him off with the elbows though, and now sends James the Cat off the outside on. The BFG's launched a chair at James the Cat and now screams to the crowd. James the Cat slow back to his feet. The BFG gets hold of him from behind, lifts him high, and drops him square on his back on the outside. The BFG targeting James the Cat now. He sees it as an opportunity to get rid of him out of the match. King Daddy with a furious shot. The BFG on the outside. King Daddy, not another pile driver. Pile driver on the outside. Is he going to go for the cover? He does indeed. The referee in the ring with James the Cat, checking he was okay. He goes for the cover. 1, Doesn't even get a 2 because James the Cat's out to break it up and take the referee out. Now goes for the submission hold on the King Daddy, but the referee was down. He couldn't get the tap out in, and now James the Cat's in trouble because the BFG rams him into the barricades, and King Daddy delivers the steel chair to the back of the BFG. Will King Daddy go for the cover? He does on James the Cat. 1, 2. Oh, I thought I was going to be 3 there. James the Cat gets a shoulder up. King Daddy almost stealing out of nowhere. The BFG with a shot to the back now. Lifts King Daddy up. Lifts him high. Slams him down on the steel chair. Goes for the cover. He's not seen James the Cat's up. And he gets the break at the last minute here, ladies and gentlemen. A good break up there by James the Cat. It was well and truly needed. The BFG sends James the Cat into the ring. I think he might look to polish off the King Daddy on the outside. No, makes his way back around and into the ring. He looks to finish it. Oh, his former tag partner. He boots his face off and now remains poised in the ring. James the Cat, I don't think he's seen King Daddy's up. Goes for the stunner. Hooks the leg. He's not seen King Daddy is up. King Daddy breaks it up before it's even on 1 count here. Big shot there from King Daddy. Rams James the Cat's head down onto the floor. Goes for the cover now. 1, 2. Oh, not even a 2. Just a 1 there. James the Cat getting the shoulder up. King Daddy looks like he's growing more and more frustrated with the fatal 3-way here. The BFG slow back to his feet. The neck wrenching on James the Cat, and the BFG now charges down. King Daddy taking his opportunity as he sees it. Now he goes after James the Cat again. No interest in King Daddy. Tosses him across the ring. He knows he's got more beef with James the Cat to come. Into the ropes. He goes all over the ropes. Sorry, and King Daddy taking a moment to catch a little bit of breath there. Good wise, wily wrestling from James the Cat. And look at this, he's pointing to the women in the crowd and saying, this is your sexual magnet, this is what you want, ramming his head on the outside. He of course know that the two of them have a bit of beef over who is the most attractive man in the KEW. Is it the Irish King Daddy? Is it the big Sunpool man of King Daddy? Who knows, ladies and gentlemen? Tell us on the social media if you have a preference of the big boy or the Irish King. Down goes King Daddy on the outside as he bounces off of that sexual magnet that's in the ring now. James the Cat has the steel chair. He's going after King Daddy with it. It looks like goes to whip it in his face, but King Daddy had plenty of time to see it coming and sends him down towards the barricades and slides in the ring looking for the BFG. The BFG wants nothing of him though. Goes straight after James the Cat with a drop kick there. And oh, King Daddy now catches him whilst he's not looking. The wind up uppercut there. And now James the Cat's back to his feet, but only for King Daddy to get a little punch in momentarily. For James the Cat now to switch his attentions back to King Daddy. Sends him flying down on the outside and arms raised. He's ready to go is James the Cat. Picks up the kendo stick, does King Daddy. Looks like he's going to target James the Cat again. Can't quite manage to get the kendo in the face though. And is sent back into the ring by James the Cat, and surely this one's got to be put to bed sooner or later by one of these 3 men. All of them look worse for wear now. Big shoulder charge there drives King Daddy down, and James the Cat looking to take control of this one, just as I said somebody should, and sends the BFG down to the ground. A little disrespectful there with his strikes, and a big splash there on top of the BFG, trying to deliver a bit of rib damage. Potentially maybe means he can't use those hefty weighted attacks that he does. He's now got him pinned in the corner, but the BFG sees him coming. King Daddy looked like he wanted to get involved, but unlucky and couldn't quite manage to. And here they go, the pair of them taking on James the Cat. And oh, they almost spatchcocked him there as they slam him into the floor. And oh, King Daddy pounces on top of the BFG. Will this be the time for King Daddy? He looks like he's building into things now, ladies and gentlemen. He's climbing out of the ring. He's gone for the kendo stick. You can see the blood from the BFG dripping onto the mat from his head there. A nice little kendo shot from the King Daddy is telling James the Cat to get back to his feet as the BFG climbs out of the ring to go after King Daddy. Oh, look, he was threatening to hit him there. I'm not quite sure what happened. It looked like King Daddy suckered him into it though, but the BFG saw whatever it was he had coming now, takes his aggression out, and James the Cat once again, big shot to the back, now gets hold of King Daddy, and I thought he was whipping him into the steps, but he didn't quite make it there. Got caught a little bit on the apron. Into the ring goes the BFG now, and then into the ring goes maybe the no, not quite. Oh, into the steps. No, he's missed again. Goodness me. A whole century of flobs there. Into the ring goes the BFG. Oh, down goes the James the Cat off the BFG. Now picks him up. slams him down, crushing the ribs under the BFG's a phenomenal weight. King Daddy breaks that up though, and now has the BFG just where he wants him, punches him square in the face. James the Cat's down, and surely King Daddy has only got to put another pile driver on the BFG and put him away. No, he looks poised. Is he going to pile driver James the Cat again? Insult to injury. Here he goes, ladies and gentlemen, on the outside, lifts him up, pile drivers him on the concrete matting on the outside, goes for the cover. The BFG is up and breaks it up at the last minute, gets hold of King Daddy. Can the BFG do enough damage to King Daddy? Swiftly enough to get the cover, rams his head into the apron, goes for the cover for the victory here. The referee can't get down fast enough. Oh, and he's kicked out before he's even managed to get down. Terrible refereeing, and really slow down into the count. He's rolled into the ring now, the BFG. The ref follows him in. In comes James the Cat. There's blood all over all over the ring here, all over the matting from the BFG. You can see it's dripping off him. It's all down his chest. Oh, big clothesline from King Daddy sends the BFG down, and surely it's between these two men in the ring now. James the Cat on the outside. We have to wonder if he's going to suffer another concussion from that pile driver. He doesn't look like he knows what day of the week it is. King Daddy on the second row punches the BFG in the face. James the Cat is up, but he doesn't look like he knows what's going on here. The King Daddy climbs out of the ring. Surely he could have gone for the pin there, seeing James the Cat ready and raring to go. He's got the bat though, and James the Cat's not paid attention to King Daddy here. And here we go, bat versus kendo stick. Bat wins across the head. He rolls out of the way of that one, but only to get another bat shot square to the face, and down goes James the Cat. He rolls him over for the cover. The BFG climbing around. He's going to break this up surely before the referee can get there. He does indeed. The BFG, big headbutt now, driving him down to the floor. Down goes King Daddy here. Dealing with a fly in the background there, ladies and gentlemen. We apologise for any spraying noises you may have heard. No, not another one. Pile driver, oh, a jumping pile driver that time, slamming James the Cat's head into the floor. Well, surely, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for James the Cat for the night. Goodness gracious me, I missed how that one got set up as I was studying the fly, but James the Cat demolished by a jumping pile driver, and there's the sledgehammer to the guts of King Daddy. Is that enough to seal victory for the BFG? The ref slow into the count. Just a one count there. Blood dripping over King Daddy off of the BFG. James the Cat's back into it somehow. I don't know how he's got anything left in the tank. Backstabber to the BFG. King Daddy looks the freshest of the three athletes, charging around to go and try and take James the Cat out. He did just take a sledgehammer shot to the guts, and now a table to the guts as well. But what on earth has James the Cat got left in the tank? Surely the BFG's only got to deal with King Daddy now, and that'll be it. King Daddy just lets the BFG walk past. Interesting choice there. Now goes after him, seeing that King Daddy wasn't his primary focus here. Big shot to the face, and King Daddy looking for something under the ring. James the Cat trying to catch him out, does indeed manage to catch it, and furious shots from James the Cat. Scoop slam, sends him down on the outside. Now James the Cat going round. Maybe he's going to go and get that sledgehammer and try and polish things off with the sledgehammer here. How he's still up and moving, we don't know. Oh, big sledgehammer to the guts of the BFG. Goes for the cover, but King Daddy's already on his way over. Maybe that's that concussion paying dividends here. It's already taking effect. Didn't see the King Daddy walking over, and King Daddy now hops over the stairs, only to be met by James the Cat, who picks him up and rams him face first into the apron there. Now goes after James the Cat, does the BFG, whips him into the ring, getting James the Cat out of the way. Big headbutt, sending the King Daddy down. Oh, and James the Cat flying out of the ring, taking the BFG out from behind, and he's not seen. King Daddy ready and raring to go, tries to send him into the steps but misses it completely. James the Cat gives it a kick and a stunner. Down goes the King Daddy, but the BFG is up, and he's got to break up the pinfall before it even happens. The BFG covered in blood, and he's covering the arena in blood. You've got to question how much blood he's got left in the tank here, to be honest. Surely he's going to pass out sooner or later. Mocking on the outside, James the Cat dives over the top rope and takes him out. Now can James the Cat deal with King Daddy, get the pinfall? This has got to be his opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. No, King Daddy battles his way back out of the grasp of James the Cat. Nobody able to seal the advantage here. Into the ring goes James the Cat. King Daddy with a clothesline on the back of the BFG slides into the ring to go after James the Cat. Furious blows exchanged with James the Cat. He picks him up, spins him round in a little sit-down powerbomb there, and the BFG's into the ring to catch James the Cat out. Headbutt to the back of the head. gets hold of him and launches him across the ring. Now surely, if he can deal with one of these two men, the BFG might be able to steal a victory. Headbutt there. King Daddy's resting in the corner. He looks absolutely dead. No, James the Cat smartly rolls out of the ring, and the King Daddy is not done inflicting punishment. The BFG's not done inflicting punishment. Gets the kendo stick, goes after King Daddy. Oh, but he breaks it up at the last second. Sees it coming. Now gets hold of the BFG. Big punch to the face as more blood falls from the BFG off of his face and chest into the corner turnbuckle he goes. As the BFG now is really severely battered and bruised here, ladies and gentlemen. Into the corner he goes, and he's got him in the position he wants him in. Slams down King Daddy. James the Cat poised with a sledgehammer. Look at this, he's saying to the BFG, anytime you're ready. The BFG in the corner. Oh, slamming all his weight down on top of King Daddy. James the Cat breaks up the pinfall, and now can James the Cat take advantage of the BFG whilst King Daddy is down, his ribs crushed. Hip toss there. Surely if James the Cat goes for a pinfall, he might have this one up and one. No, he's going to still inflict more damage here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this is beyond ridiculous now. One of these three athletes should surely go for the pinfall sooner rather than later. The BFG is back up and into things here as James the Cat's on the top rope. Oh, going for the axe handle. Broke up both men there, it looked like. And both of them now switch their attention to James the Cat as he picks up King Daddy and crushes the ribs under the BFG with his mighty weight. King Daddy rolls out of the ring. That could be King Daddy done for the day. It looks like he might have had fractured ribs in that one. Furious chops from James the Cat. Kicks him in the guts. Snap DDT. Down goes the BFG. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. James the Cat takes the victory over his tag partner, his former tag partner. What an absolute brutal fight. We said these three had beef. My goodness gracious me, did they? They really took it out on one another there, ladies and gentlemen. There's blood all over the ring. King Daddy relentless in his assault. A jumping pile driver to that man there who overcame whatever damage that did to his skull and cranium to be able to continue on in the match and get a victory. Digging deep there, James the Cat. This one could be a real thriller coming up next as well, but goodness gracious, that will spell real shockwaves for the hardcore division in the weeks to come, ladies and gentlemen. You'd have to say that the BFG fought hard, but James the Cat will know that he now maybe has the upper hand with his former tag team partner. Does that mean that he will go for the tag team title and request it from him at the next available opportunity? We'll have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. And here come the men of science. They are ready and raring to go here, ladies and gentlemen. We've not seen him in tag action in a few weeks. And we, of course, welcome back the Spyclops from his injury. And it will be a real test for the pair of them. They'll have to deal with the power couple and our new number one contender in the Man Crusher. And of course the Torpedo to boot as well. They are a dangerous tag team when they choose to be. Of course, I haven't seen him in tag action really. Sorry, I had a small cough there to deal with. They are ready and raring to go. Then we've seen them against the coming in previous weeks, and of course the Spyclops has looked resplendent. They did of course lose to the Coven last week, which is why they find themselves here in this scenario with the power couple starting their venture into the tag division. They're taking on the lowest ranked tag team, which is the Men of Science currently. Here they come then. Of course the Torpedo coming out on his little stilt here. Here he is on his little stool, so he can tower over the Man Crusher only momentarily. And the Man Crusher then, the number one contender for the main championship, and of course the Shinigami will be looking on with this one with curiosity, I dare say. He will know that his raw power is enough to deal with most athletes in the KEW, the Shinigami. But when you've got someone who's known as the Man Crusher, you have to wonder what's in store for the Shinigami. A little smooch on the ropes there too. When she of course has the backing of that man there, he is one of the most dangerous smaller athletes in the KEW. Here's a man who's not afraid to mix it up as well. You'd have to question whether the Shinigami will have enough to be able to overcome the Man Crusher, who will start things off here. Oh no, will be the Torpedo, sorry. Starting things off here against the Spyclops. As the Spyclops ties up with the Torpedoes, whipped down to the ropes, off the ropes. Oh, big boot to the face there, and now a kick to the side as well. Lets him get back to his feet. And a big headbutt to the back of the head, driving the Torpedo down. Furious shots now to the side of the head. The Spyclops has started the most aggressive of the two here. We've seen the Torpedo be a little slow in recent weeks, and that's not really behooved him in singles action, but in the tag division it can prove somewhat of a tactic, if you like. A Hurricanrana down onto the matting here. If one of the athletes can get a bit more of a foothold than the other. Big shot to the back now from Duke Jeans, and drags him round and slams him down onto the floor there. Pummeling the face in now of the Torpedo. As the Torpedo rolled to the outside, Duke Jeans switches assault and goes after the Man Crusher, seeing her as the more aggressive athlete, if you like, in this tag team competition. And a nice shot to the spine of the Torpedo. He's going to tag back in the Spyclops here. It looks like the Torpedo could be in some serious problems as he gets a drop kick right to the chops from the Spyclops. He goes for the cover. The Man Crusher's just coming back onto the apron. Doesn't even get a one. Dives and gets the tag in to the Man Crusher. And now goes straight to work on the Spyclops and says, "How dare you assault my man like that?" Big bulldog there. He's swiftly back to his feet. Only to get a shot to the guts there. Maybe the Man Crusher took her eyes off the prize. She, of course, only had to deal with a very battered and bruised assassin recently, but maybe she's taken too much of a momentum from that, thinking that she's better than him and she's the premier athlete now in the KEW, whereas a lot of the KEW faithful will say that, of course, the Man Crusher, whilst a fearsome athlete, has maybe not quite had enough match experience to be the #1 contender, but she took her opportunity when it came. And boy, did she cash it in well, ladies and gentlemen. Catches the Spyclops here. Oh, big Hurricanrana there, sending him down to the ground. And now running dropkick to the spine of the Spyclops here, and delivering the damage to the arm. And now she can look to isolate the Spyclops, ramming the head into the matting, and then let the Torpedo recover on the outside. This could be the tactic they'll want to use, targeting the knee again. Maybe she's been watching the footage from the previous week where the Coven had the win over the Men of Science, and she watched the Witch Mother really target the knee of the Spyclops, as that's the weak area. That surgically repaired knee. Into the corner he goes. Is she going to look for the tags? Gives him the kick down to the floor here. I thought she might go for the tag for the Torpedo, but just happy to work on a victim in the corner as the Spyclops manages to battle back out of it momentarily. Tries to run away, it looked like there. Into the corner she goes now, and now she's in a spot of bother here. Is he going to get the tag in? I thought he might do to Duke Jeans, but no, the Spyclops happy to stay in the ring at the moment and inflict a bit of punishment. Maybe wants a bit more breathing space here, working on the arm of the Man Crusher. That man crushing left bicep, of course, ramming the shoulder. That lying gauntlet straight into the abdomen here. Furious shots. The KEW fans not happy with what they're seeing from the Spyclops, booing him at every opportunity as he chokes her down to the floor. Lifts her hands away now. Now screaming to the fans. She looks like she's crawling for the corner. Dives and gets the tag into the Torpedo. Can the Torpedo do anything more than he did last time? No, he can't. He's just going to get more knees to the ribs, it seems, and down he goes. Or another pummeling and beating. And so far we've not seen anything good out of the power couple here. In singles action they've not looked anything special, other than maybe the Man Crusher's win over the Assassin. And in tag team action it looks here like they're set. So, oh, he went for the super punch there but misses it completely, and the Torpedo catches him. Oh, the Torpedo drive around to nothing, goes for the cover. One. Oh, and Duke Jeans is in to break it up at the last minute. I thought the Torpedo might have pulled one out of the bag there. Chases Duke Jeans back out of the ring there. Scoops him back up to his feet, but of course Duke Jeans won't be allowed back in the ring now. Into the corner he goes, and big elbow drives the Spyclops out of the corner Oh, I thought he was going to go for the ropes, but he mistimed it, and the Cyclops sees him coming, recovered faster than he thought potentially. Thought the older athlete might take a little longer, and now ramming that lion gauntlet into that six-pack of the Torpedo. He's down and choking him down in the corner now as well. An aggressive stance here from the Cyclops. Lets the Torpedo off for a minute and gets the tag in to Do Jeans, who is the fresher of the two athletes. Climbs out of the ring and taking his time. I thought he might go round and take after the Man Crusher, but decides against it. Does the Cyclops. Climbs back up to the ropes here as Do Jeans in a spot of bother now as the Torpedo's got a little measure of control here. Big chop to the chest there and a shot to the back. Gets hold of him from behind, and that flipping drive again sends him down to the mat. Goes for the cover. The Cyclops not getting in the ring here. Interesting manoeuvre. Well, gets in at the last second. That was a wasted check-in, if you like. The referee will make note of that. The VAR officials, as the referee had his back turned, looks like he's gripping the neck, and a big shot to the elbow of the head there. And looks like he was going to go for the tag, but Do Jeans up faster than he was expecting. Gets hold of him now, and a butterfly suplex. Oh no, flips out of it. Good athleticism from Do Jeans, and then delivers the face to the chin there. Well done from Do Jeans to get out of that one in a hurry. Big shot to the guts now. Now off the ropes he goes. Crossbody drives down the Do Jeans. Goes for the cover. Cyclops helpless to get in too. Oh, and a 2 count there as the Do Jeans gets the last minute kick out. Gets his man back up. I thought he might go for the tag to the Man Crusher. Gets him in the corner. Now maybe looks for the tag here. No, not quite yet. Big elbow there. Can't quite drive him down again. Big shot. Now grating the face along the apron. Surely he's got to go for the tag soon, the Torpedo. Maybe he's letting his other half rest and just impressing her from the inside of the ring, trying to woo her over with his hard wrestling stance here. And now he turns his attention to his misses and gets the tag in as Do Jeans is allowed to dive and get the tag into the Cyclops, who's back into the ring as he gets hold of the Man Crusher, as it looks like the Man Crusher was going to go after him, but no, battles out of the elbows there off the chest, if you like. And here comes the Man Crusher with a running drive. Oh, driving the knee straight into the face there. Hooks the leg for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, broken up at the last minute by Do Jeans, who came flying into the ring. The Man Crusher sends him flying over the top rope. And now, could this be the dividends that they need? Goes for the tag. Here comes the Torpedo. Can he put away the Cyclops? Running, driving elbow there right into the Cyclops' face. I'm surprised the Man Crusher didn't stay in and look to polish off the Cyclops while she was in the ascendancy, but tags in her fresh partner. Oh, big diving clothesline though from the Cyclops for a break and a breathe of room. Goes for the cover, gets 2, but the Torpedo kicks out pretty swiftly there. That'll teach me for drinking mid-match and choking on my own drink. Oh, things are sprawled out here, ladies and gentlemen. The Man Crusher taken out. The Cyclops on the outside. The Cyclops being counted out. The Torpedo is the legal man. He targets the Cyclops, going for the knee again, taking it out on the outside, up to a 5 count now. The Cyclops, oh, rams him into the stairs, onto a 6, and oh goodness gracious me, has he got anything left to get up here at all? The Cyclops now targeting the Man Crusher, big punch to the face, up to a 7 count. Hops to the outside and goes after Do Jeans on an 8, and oh, down comes the Cyclops too. That's going to reset the count. Lucky for the Torpedo as the Man Crusher is down on the outside. We're on a 1 count. The Torpedo takes the time to jump back in the ring. He's not fussed about saving his partner, and now look at this, he's waving to the KEW faithful saying, I'm not coming out there, I'm going to let the... Oh, he's having the count out, but so lulled him into a full sense of security, waiting for his other half to recover, potentially diving over the top of her to take out the the Cyclops. And now it looks like he's trying to go after Do Jeans, but just runs around the ring. And no, he is, he's targeting Do Jeans indeed. He runs around the arena here. Oh, Do Jeans misses the hit. Good awareness there from the Torpedo, up to a 5 count here as the Cyclops takes it back into the ring and now looks to go after the Man Crusher, drags her onto the top of the ropes here. And oh, big shot from the Torpedo, but the Cyclops didn't feel any part of that. Elbow to the back of the head, and now will the Torpedo be able to put it away if he can get a pedo driver in? No, he goes for the tag, does the Cyclops at the last minute. Here comes Do Jeans. Can Do Jeans get a measure of success back into the match? He cannot, as the Torpedo gets the clothesline in now. Hooks him up. Pedo driver. Down he goes. Hooks the leg. The Cyclops climbs through the ropes. Surely he's going to climb back in too. Oh, Jeans gets a shoulder up at the last second. Not only knew that was coming in, but now the torpedo targeting the Cyclops. Gives him a little punch to the face. Jeans is back up quickly though. Snap DDT. Drives the torpedo down to the floor there. The torpedo should have made the most of the Jeans being down in the ring there. He could have really won that one very swiftly and succinctly. Big shot to the arm now. Drives the torpedo down and looks to tag in the Cyclops. Now here comes the question, ladies and gentlemen. Can the Cyclops, has he got a spear in the tank, ladies and gentlemen? Sends him into the rope. Spear! There it is! Just as I said. Hooks the leg here. The Man Crusher's going to have to get in and break this up. 2 breaks it up at the 2 count. The Man Crusher needed to do that to save her man. Climbs out of the ring now as the torpedo crawls for the corner and some measure of safety, but the Man Crusher now cannot re-enter the ring for a while, ladies and gentlemen. Broken up there, it looked like from the torpedo, but he's putting the sleeper hold here and the Man Crusher can do nothing but watch a man drift off. Is he going to have enough to battle out of this, or is he going to be put into a comatose state here, ladies and gentlemen? Let go at the last minute, but you can see the damage done to the back of the neck, and the Cyclops surely might look to put this one away now. Another spear, and that'll be it for the torpedo. I feel he's stumbling around. Spear almost broke him in half. Thankfully he didn't get the lion gauntlet in the guts. Goes for the cover. 2, 3, there it is. They should have had this wrapped up, the power couple, but the Cyclops, my goodness gracious me, back in to save Jeans, it seems, with the mighty spear. Almost ripped him in half, and the Men of Science take the victory. A good victory for them, ladies and gentlemen. That's just what they needed in the KEW Power Rankings for the tag division. We do, of course, have coming up next another tag event for you, ladies and gentlemen. This one will determine the #1 contender for the tag team titles. It will see the Coven featuring the Witch Mother and the Plowman taking on the safety men, sorry, with Atomic Andy and the Firefighter and the Misfits. Of course, the safety men and the Misfits have had their fair share of set 2s, and the Coven have been a thorn in the side in many of the KW tag teams. This will be a tables match, first through the table, and that'll be the losers and the victors will be the ones who put you through the table. I'm not sure why the Firefighter is entering separate to Atomic Andy, but there we go. Perhaps it is a formal announcement that the safety men are no more. As the Firefighter patrols around the ring, waiting for his tag team partner to make his way down. Or perhaps it's just a small glitch in the game here.
From London, England, weighing in at
Here then comes Atomic Andy, the other half of the safety men, making his way to the ring. We'll have to go to social media for these two after the match to see why they didn't enter together. We'll find out momentarily, I guess, if the rest of the tag teams enter as tag teams or everyone enters individually. If it's an individual entrance, then we'll be here for a while, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle in for the next 10 minutes of nothing but entrances. Atomic Andy then jumps up to the ropes and makes his way into the ring. We have seen the two of them being at odds a little bit since Atomic Andy qualified for the Elimination Chamber. They did knock off the Tubby Moggies. Oh no, they lost to the Tubby Moggies, didn't they? Sorry. In a pretty swift fashion. We've not seen them really been in the tag division much since then. It'll be interesting to see if they can put their differences aside and focus on tag glory once again. Or whether they'll let another opportunity slip through their fingers and that'll spell the end of the safety men once and for all. They have been a dominant tag team. But as all good things must do, They do eventually come to an end. And this is one of the fresher, more dangerous tag teams in the tag division. They make their way into the ring, united as always, not divided like the safety men here. The Coven, as represented by the Witch Mother and the Ploughman. You'd have thought, though, being a tables match, maybe the Witch Mother might want to take a back seat to this one and let the Tarantula take the fall for it, along with her favourite attack dog, the Ploughman, who gyrates around. And of course the Ploughman has serious beef with the firefighter earlier last year in the KEW, targeting him at the Halloween pay-per-view. It ultimately didn't end well for the Ploughman. And the Ploughman went on holding the briefcase to cash it in and try and take on the Shinigami. A mistimed cash in led to his downfall, though. And he is now no more than a puppet, you'd have to say, to that woman in the ring as he dances majestically, some would say, around her. She thumps her chest and he crawls through her legs like the dog he is. And this is why she calls him her favourite attack dog, as he crawls across the ring with that terrifying mask as he makes his way around the ring. The Coven are well and truly here, and they're well and truly ready. They of course know knocking off the Men of Science put them in this position. They of course lost the tag division, the tag belts last time around, and they will know that a win here gives them that opportunity back. They will want that opportunity back, and they will be absolutely chomping at the bit to get there. We wait for our final tag team of the evening then, as represented by the Yeti and the Turkish Mountain. The Misfits, of course, who of course have had their own set to with the safety men in the past. And both the Turkish Mountain and the Yeti have had dealings with Atomic Andy and the firefighter. The Yeti, of course, was locked in a fierce rivalry of Atomic Andy to end the season after Andy was eliminated out of the Royal Rumble by him. And the hands and arms are off here then. High fives between the two of them, and they look focused and united, unlike our first pairing that entered the ring. Perhaps it is the end of the safety men, a real end of the era for the KEW fans. What will it spell next for people like, for a wrestler like the firefighter as we get underway here? And what will it spell for someone like Atomic Andy, who's been unable to achieve victory in the singles division? Will the two of them look to go their separate ways and really go after their own individual titles? You can see there a bit of miscommunication from the early doors. There's a little hit in between the two as the Yeti's out under the ring, getting the first table out for the evening, and into the ring it comes as the Turkish Mountain also takes a breather on the outside. We haven't seen much of the Misfits in recent weeks in the KEW. They of course were shocked by the surprise of the Torpedo resigning from the Misfits, and that's sent a little bit of shockwaves through the division for them and through their tag. It is just the two men in the ring, plus of course the mystery left in this one as the Turkish Mountain delivers the firefighter down to the ring. And early doors here seems to be that the safety men and the Coven have taken advantage here, and a snap suplex there from the Ploughman, as the firefighter showing his power on display as he drives the Turkish Mountain face first into the floor. Now goes after the table, picks it up and gets knocked the table out of his hands here. Big shot to the back from the Ploughman as the firefighter spun around by the Ploughman, who's targeting him. Of course, was, like I said, had that rivalry with him last October here, driven into the mat there by the Turkish Mountain with a big backdrop, who now targets the Witch Mother and tosses her across the ring as well, as the Yeti is down on the floor from the assaults from the Plowman, who's now been tossed across the ring by the Turkish Mountain. Frantic action here, ladies and gentlemen. We still only have one table in the array, and it is balanced delicately on the edge of the ring there as the Witch Mother is on the outside with the Firefighter as she makes her way into the ring with the Firefighter now, and a big neck breaker there from Atomic Andy as up goes the Plowman onto the shoulders of the Turkish Mountain. That table's driven into the face of Atomic Andy, who is left to her on the ropes here as up goes the Yeti to the top ropes. I thought he might dive off the rope and let's try and take his aggression out onto Atomic Andy. Now lets Andy get back off the ropes. Oh, kicks him in the face here and jumps off the second rope. The Witch Mother on the outside, delivered by the Turkish Mountain. It looked like he now switches his attention to the one half of what used to be the safety men. We fear there may be a pin and break up between the two of them. Up goes the Plowman, down with a big choke slam there on top of the steel chair. I'm not sure where that chair came from. I missed that one coming into the ring, ladies and gentlemen. But the chair's in the ring there, and he's tossed on top of it is the Turkish Mountain, and the Witch Mother's into the ring. Andy has the table set up, and could this be the opportunity to reinvent the safety man? Big backdrop there from the Plowman, and could Atomic Andy look to try and put the Plowman through the table, rolls him up here. Oh no, the Plowman punches his way back out of it and gets Atomic Andy off, gets off the Atomic Andy shoulders. Oh, the mist in the face, and he's down next to the table. Could this be the opportunity the Plowman needs? Gets the Atomic Andy back to his feet, spins around, big knee to the face. The Yeti sees the opportunity as well, goes after the Plowman in the ring, has him dangerously near the table, throws him on the outside. The Witch Mother though catches the Yeti in his grasp here, scoop slams him down. And now the Witch Mother's in the ring with the Yeti on the outside. The safety men are split either side of the ring. No cohesion between them at all. As mentioned, down goes the Turkish Mountain, and the Yeti rolls out to try and help out his tag team partner. And down goes the Firefighter as well. Big uppercut there, driving the Witch Mother down. And now the Atomic Andy switches his attention over to the Witch Mother on the outside, who gets a double knees right into Atomic Andy. It seems like Andy's just targeting the coven, which is not a smart thing to be doing, ladies and gentlemen. They will reap their revenge on you. Into the ring goes the Yeti now, and here comes the Plowman, set up by the Witch Mother. Oh, the table's fallen down. I thought he might try and get the table and put him through it. Chair shot straight into the face. Oh, and into Atomic Andy as well. He saw him coming, like a sixth sense the Plowman must have had there. He didn't even know he was in the ring behind him, spun around and launched a chair at him. Now he's on the shoulders though. He's paying the price for it now. A running drop kick there from the Yeti, who landed on the steel chair. Not a comfortable landing. Shot to the chest of the Yeti from the Plowman. And the Turkish Mountain picks up the table, only to have it clobbered out of his hands by the Firefighter here. The Firefighter targeting the Turkish Mountain as another table is brought out from under the ring by Atomic Andy, but the Witch Mother gets hold of Andy there, rolls him up, and the power from the Witch Mother. Oh my goodness gracious me, that's almost a 300-pound man. She flips over her head on the outside, picks him up on the outside now. The Witch Mother throws Atomic Andy back in the ring. Is she going to introduce the second table to the ring? She's not. The one table skittering around, flying across. Now she rolls out of the ring. She might go for the other table, having seen that one fly away, and goes to try and maybe save her tag partner. Both tables now out of the ring as the Turkish Mountain flies out to go and get after a table. On the shoulders, a fireman's carry there. Down goes the Witch Mother. She rolls out of the ring for a breather. It is the safety men and the Misfits in the ring. The Plowman joins the fray now as well. Down goes the Yeti on the outside as Andy launches the Turkish Mountain across the ring there. He's slow back to his feet. Gets hold of him now. Might have him here, and a big choke slam. No, the Turkish Mountain elbows his way back out of it, and the Yeti has a kendo stick, and he's chasing the Witch Mother. She looks like she ran away from that one at the last second. Might have averted potential disaster there. Onto the shoulders she goes, though, for an atomic driver. Goodness gracious me. She's getting nothing but finishes left, right, and centre. And here comes the kendo shots from the Yeti straight to the face of the Firefighter. We've got two tables in the ring now, ladies and gentlemen. Neither one set up. Furious boots from the Plowman. We have both members of the Misfits in the ring with Atomic Andy and the Fire. Oh my gosh! And the Turkish Mountain and the Plowman. And here comes the Firefighter into the ring for a bit more representation to what was the safety man. Big punch from the Turkish Mountain as the Firefighter backdrops him straight onto the corner of that table. It looked like he caught that one flush in the spine as Andy breaks the table away from the Turkish Mountain. Big elbow there, drives the Firefighter down, and the Witch Mother sees the fake. Meanwhile, Andy's getting Turkish Delight over there, driven into the floor. Another table right into the spine of the Turkish Mountain. The Witch Mother sets the table up, but only for the firefighter to catch her in the act. Onto the shoulders she goes. Oh, she manages to elbow her way out of it. I thought she might be getting fireman carried through the table for a minute there. He sees that coming as the looks like the Turkish Mountain's elbowing the life out of the Ploughman on the edge there, and tosses him across the ring. He almost made connection with the table, but for the foray of bodies there, and the table's knocked down at the last second. That was a dangerous instance for everyone there as the Turkish Mountain almost launched the Ploughman clean through the table from one side of the ring to the other. The firefighter onto the top ropes here as the Turkish Mountain thought he caught him and they elbows him down. The Yeti now has the Witch Mother up. The table's in position, gets her rested on the table. This could be it, ladies and gentlemen. Tosses her away from the table though, as up goes the Turkish Mountain. And he's powerbombed dangerously close to the table. That table is perilously on the edge of the ring now. The firefighter is in a seriously dangerous position. Atomic Andy's got no attention to him. The power, here comes the Ploughman, rolls him up. Oh no, the firefighter at the last minute battling out with furious fists. I thought he was about to get powerbombed through the table there. He gets hold of the Witch Mother, now has the Yeti resting against the table. Is the Witch Mother going to look to put things away here? She does indeed! The Witch Mother suplexes him through the table whilst no one's looking. Caught flush, and it's the Coven who take the victory. They are the number one contenders again, ladies and gentlemen. He crawls into the ring for his Dark Mistress, and he knows that this is the great opportunity, the opportunity the Coven needs. They're coming for the tag team titles again. My goodness gracious me, ladies and gentlemen, what's on the cards for the Coven? As he rhythmically gyrates next to the Witch Mother will know that was a great win for them, and they are on track surely to pick up some silverware in the KW in the coming weeks, ladies and gentlemen. A good victory for them. We'll polish off with one for the evening then, ladies and gentlemen. This one came almost out of nowhere as a little bit of a fricassee on social media. The Budget Magician claiming he should have more screen time. The Mystery telling him to shut up and know his place. He's a newbie in the KW and that he should be getting the screen time instead of him, instead of which the Honourable CEO stepped in and said, you know what, both of you can have each other if that's the way you want it. The Mystery then taking on the Budget Magician here for the honour, I guess, of having more opportunities in the KEW. It's a real momentum shifter, if you like, for the KEW. We did, of course, see the Mystery last week out getting a good victory against the Torpedo. And he'll know here if he can get another victory against the Budget Magician, that could really rocket his career in the right direction. A victory for the Budget Magician though, and goodness gracious me, that could be what the Mystery didn't count on. What we'll have to question though is what that defeat means for the safety men, as they didn't come out together, didn't look happy with each other during the match, no coordination. You'll have to question whether that is the end of the safety men as we know them, ladies and gentlemen. They were, of course, 3-time tag team champions. They were the only real serious rivals we've seen. So those tag team championships being wrenched off the Falcon and the Eagle, they had many a hard match against them. As the neon gloves of the Budget Magician soar into the air. The cape locked in his sternum somehow. We still don't know how he quite undoes it. As there go the Magician's fireworks. Here comes the magic trick. Get ready for it, ladies and gentlemen. That cape goes from in him, close hand magic at work. Throws his arms around for the KW fans to see. There's nothing in my pockets, nothing in my sleeves. Makes his way up the stairs, a little poise, and says, look down. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, it flips out. We don't know how he does it. He starts with it halfway through, makes his way up the stairs. It's a mystery to me every time. He's a master of the close-to-hand magic, a master of the mind reading. Can he read the mind of the Mystery here, ladies and gentlemen? Coming up next, it is, of course, these two taking each other on. Points down, of course, to his nice cummerbund. Maybe that's where the secret magic is, in that cummerbund. The Mystery then looking focused and wide-eyed under that mask. Jesus, it looked like a little bit of white powder under his nose as well. He was poised there. What's the Mystery been at backstage, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully that was just a reflection off the shiny plastic from his mask, and he's not been adding some extra additional benefits into his diet to try and get an advantage. And oh, here we go, the Magician rolls him over in a submission already. They are two very technical wrestlers who are masters, they say, of the submissionary arts here. Furious shots from the Mystery to get the Budget Magician off him momentarily. And is that the switch to the early momentum here? Oh, nasty back suplex there from the Mystery, driving the Budget Magician's head into the corner of the ring there. Gets hold of him, whips him into the ropes now. Didn't like the Mystery, took kindly to the slow start that he had. Is maybe that secret sniffer that he had backstage is now paying dividends as he rolls the Budget Magician up. I thought he was going to go for the surfboard stretch here, just stretching the neck, and a shot to the lower back as well, which you can see didn't enjoy that one in Mr. Antonio. Furious punches to the face now, trying to weaken the head, maybe deliver some sort of long-term brain injury to him, or try and block his mind-reading abilities, as he's getting nothing other than shots to the rib cage right now. Goes for the big shot again, and another one to the arms here. The Mystery starting slow, but now taking control of this one. And of course see as well the Budget Magician, in retaliation to the Mystery, called him a joke, said his whole gimmick and setup was a farce. There are no superheroes in the real world. Magic is my forte. Nasty shots there from the Mystery to get out of that submission hold. And this, of course, has turned a bit ugly between the two of them. Elbows here from the Budget Magician, battling his way back out of that one. A nice fisherman suplex with a bridge there. Went for the pin, but doesn't get a count as there's a rope break. It looks like there's blood on the head of the Magician as well. Maybe the Mystery split him open with those furious hits to the face early doors, maybe catching the glasses, rubbing them into the forehead. Goes for the cover too. The Magician kicks out there. As the Mystery gets hold of the arm, little arm rake there, picks him back to his feet now. Has him on the shoulders, carrying him to the ropes, drops him neck first on the ropes, choking the life out of him, but he pushes him off. Good recovery skills there from the Budget Magician. Needs to try and get a bit more momentum back in this one. Whips the Mystery into the corner here. And now, oh, nasty elbow right to the face. You can see the blood running off the face of the Mystery. Off the Budget Magician. He delivers the boots, the brown shoes to the face of the Mystery. He goes for the cover now. Out of the corner after those boots disrespectfully delivered to the face of the Mystery. Picks him back to his feet now. No, I think he was going for a spear, it looked like, but gets a snap DDT instead from the Mystery, who saw it coming. Gets a little kick in though, and now the Budget Magician might have back control of this. No, the Mystery, reversing the whip there and sending him into the ropes, giving him the elbow straight to the face. Now sends the Magician into the ropes here. Under he goes. And now, went for the knee, but misses it completely. The Budget Magician, see it coming on. A little toe drag again. That's the third time he's gone for that ankle lock submission here. And every time the Mystery has rolled his way out of it and delivered those furious shots to the head of the Budget Magician. It can't be doing the Magician any good, but it looked like, the Mystery was caught a bit flush there. He was caught by some knee damage. He was slow getting up, looked a little gimpy, but had enough left to get a charge in and a running knee strike to the face of the Budget Magician. And now going for his own submission hold, wrenching the back and the neck of the Budget Magician. Is he going to make him tap? The Budget Magician not close enough to the ropes to quite reach them. He's given up at the last minute there. I thought he might have him if he just locked it in. A shot to the kidneys as well. No, he looks like he's waiting, poised, picks the Budget Magician back to his feet, gets hold of him, spins him around. Is it going to be a mysterious neck breaker? No, it's a mysterious submission instead. Has that neck lock locked in, wrenching the back. Is he going to tap here? The Budget Magician doesn't again manage to battle his way out of it. Good stamina here from the Budget Magician to not give up at the last second there. Back to his feet, gets hold of the Mystery now, spins him onto the ropes here. Perhaps he's fighting with some extra intent. He wants to prove that he is the dominant submission man in the KEW. Lifts him high and drives him spine first into the outside here. There's nothing technical or submissive about that one, just a sheer beating that, driving onto the outside, screaming to the KEW fans saying, I'm the real mystery hero of the KEW. I'm the most mysterious man. Nobody knows how I pull off my cheap parlour tricks. And, nasty fisherman's driver there right on the outside, driving the Mystery down. There's nothing mysterious about the mystery at all. He's been claiming on social media furious hits from the Budget Magician again. Looks like he's going for another fisherman's package there on the outside. Delivers the mystery down. And now the mystery doesn't look like he knows what day of the week it is. A big kick to the face onto a 6 count here. He looks like he's going for a submission on the outside, but he can't tap out there. Has the crossface locked in, wrenching the back here. He can't get out of it. We're on a 7 count. He might be getting counted out here. Surely the Budget Magician's got to look to get in the ring sometime soon. If he can get the mystery in, he can get that submission in, though. That might be enough to put the mystery away here, ladies and gentlemen. He is a man who can get out of a submission, but if the Budget Magician can use this momentum and put the mystery away, that will be a real upturn for the cards here. The Magician now gets himself in position. Gets hold of the legs. Is it going to be a prism lock? He does. He gets a prism lock locked in, wrenching the back here. We've seen this used by the Witch Mother and now it's used by the Budget Magician. No, the mystery doesn't tap out. I thought he might go for the crossface again. That was surely the better of the two moves in his arsenal. He should have gone for that one. I definitely would have thought that if he'd gone for the crossface, it would have been enough to put him away. He goes for the cover now instead. Going for the traditional finish. 2, 3, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Has the victory, does the Budget Magician. He will be more than happy to get his first win in the KEW. A shock defeat, perhaps, for the mystery. And he'll have to say, he'll have to go back to the drawing board and he'll claim that he should have been getting the screen time. Well, the Budget Magician has shown why he should have been the one with the screen time all along instead of the mystery. A good win for the Budget Magician and a good end to things here in the KEW, ladies and gentlemen. Join us next week for more thrilling action. We'll have our tag team #1 contenders potentially back in action. We'll have, of course, the match between the #1 contender for the KEW Championship. And we'll have to see if James the Cat has recovered from the beating he sustained early on in this one, and whether he sustained another concussion, ladies and gentlemen, after taking that vicious pile driver from King Daddy on the outside. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next time with more KEW action. Thank you and goodbye.